Josh Darrow, Larry Bluestein.
Right there, baby.
AutoNation Gridiron Report. Of course
Proud.
it's proud. Absolutely it's proud. Hey, it's the month of October. Nominations, Scholar Athlete. Get him in. $1,000 winner guaranteed Dade in Broward County. Speaking of Dade in Broward County, plenty of prospects to talk about this week. And we're going to talk about a guy who has switched schools, stayed in Broward County, still putting up numbers, and his team is doing excellent. A star-studded receiving corps at Monarch. Let's focus in on Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley's a beast. I mean, what else can you say? Last year when he was at Chaminade, a couple of the coaches came up to me and said, listen, by the time this kid's a senior, he is going to just be off the charts. He's already off the charts. He's just a junior. He's one of the top receivers in the state of Florida. And not only does he catch the ball well, Josh, but he spreads the field. I mean, when he gets that ball, because remember, he played running back, too.
Right.
So he and his brother.
Right.
And whatever happened to Calvin Ridley?
Where did he
I don't
disappeared?
know. If he pops back on the scene, we've got some
You thought he was a Sunday special. You thought the young brother had some Sunday
I still think
opportunity.
so. I still think so.
He's got to find him.
He has to emerge
Calvin,
someplace.
Calvin, if you're watching this, tell us
your
where
brother.
your brother's at.
Yeah, he's a difference maker, and obviously that's why Monarch's racing towards that showdown with Deerfield.
Yeah, this would be great. All right, now, South Plantation, we all know last year, Alex Collins, John Franklin, amongst others. But there's still some talent there, and one guy we should talk about is Richard Darius.
Yeah, great player. Well, you know, this is a guy that every team should have, and I remember when we did our radio show last year, he wanted to get on there and talk about, you know, all the schools that he was looking at for the future. Plays offense and defense, and that's so vital. You know, when a coach will ask you, hey, Richard, you know, could you play some corner for us? Or, Richard, could you play wide receiver? And he does it without hesitation, because when college coaches come along and you're at an all-star game, or even if you're during the regular season setting, the coaches don't have to sell you. You sell yourself. Here, take this tape. You'll see him play offense. You'll see him play defense. You'll see him play special teams. This is a kid that will do anything it takes, and that's what college coaches like Richard's that guy, and we saw it last year when we were at boat camp.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it's not quite Blues Blog, but I have had a fun time writing Darrow's depth chart.
You're doing great.
And one of the good things about it is getting out to some schools that maybe we don't see week in, week out, the Booker T's, the Centrals of the world. Went out to see Miami Springs last week, Darrell Bethune. And first of all, they got a fantastic, one of these great personalities on the defensive line, Jeray Tolbert, who's a Marshall commit. But then to go meet Malik Thomas, the running back, and then watch him play and back it up that week against HML was just a kind of one of the enjoyable parts of this job. But Malik Thomas definitely deserving of some notoriety.
Yeah, great player. And this is the guy that Coach Bethune told us when he took over the job, a couple of kids to look for. And he was one of them. He said, "You have to. This is a kid who wants it. You know, there's kid. And Coach Bethune has played at Miami Springs. He's coached a lot of other places. Obviously, coached with Coach Goings at Miami Springs for many years. He took over the North Miami job, so he knows about great talent. And what he said about Malik is, this is a guy. He works hard to get better. And you know, when any coach, you know, because a lot of coaches will tell you, hey, you know, that he's really lazy or this or that." What I remember, that was the first thing that he said to me, Josh, about Malik. He said, this kid's going to be extremely talented because he was willing to put in what it takes.
And that district should be really interesting, coming down the stretch.
Yeah,
American Morning, Miami Springs, Matter Academy. It should be
a lot of districts are going to be interesting.
Yeah, we're about the halfway point coming home, and there'll be a lot of games that can change the seasons for a lot of teams, and certainly these players like Calvin Ridley and Deerfield, or Calvin Ridley when Monarch plays Deerfield, that should be.
He's going to be a center attention.
Yeah, that should be a showdown right there. So, anyways, Richard Darius, South Plantation, Calvin Ridley from Monarch, and Malik Thomas from Miami Springs. Just three players that we have designated on our prospect watch this week on the AutoNation Gridiron Report on SouthFloridaHighSchoolSports.com.
Right there.